So, ladies and gentlemen, we are about ready to wrap this up with the final 4 acts. Welcome to, surprisingly, Mushroom Hill Zone. So, we're going to make a new save state. I won't even bother editing this one out because, you know what, fuck it. You can enjoy the full experience to some degree, can't you? And I guess Tails agrees. With that yawn and a sneak peek at what I own, welcome to Mushroom Hill Zone. So we are in Act 1 with a grand total score of 0. Let's hope we can see that grow. You know what? I don't even remember that bad Nick's name either. What the fuck? I can't seem to remember anything. Oh. I'm getting flashbacks of a Sonic Time Attack right there, but at least those enemies do something. And, of course, this is the game they debuted in. Sonic Advance would kind of take that concept later on, but it would only pop in and out. And it was definitely used as an enemy that you just happened to run into. Nothing else. And they would always place them in bullshit positions. I hated those mole enemies. And I hate them in this game too. And welcome back to having full lives. Thus save states. Huzzah. So at this point I'm saying fuck it. I'm just gonna skip whatever I can at this point because I made it further. You know, I made it pretty far in my own personal opinion, so why not? But with that bit of level skipping, we are now just going to spin dash and hope for the best. One of those fuckers killed, and I decided to take the lower path this time, only to get hit by that fucker. Huzzah. Don't hate the shroom. It's what others do to it, not what you do. But that time, because the camera sucks, spikes. But again, let's keep the fact of having 3 lives, shall we? Now I believe this is take 3. Again, I'm gonna fly till I get tired, and am I going to go into an immediate roll this time? Nope. Because that would not have worked. Now, there was something that popped up there. It almost looks like the type of shit you would see in debug mode. An event flag, I guess it was. Which is, that's kind of bad, Tiger. I'm not in debug mode. I shouldn't be seeing that just because I'm flying over. Now, because I decided to say fuck that path, I'm going to go back up and again hope for the best. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do mean hope. I don't know how many takes this act took. There's the spikes that killed me. Or, no. Never mind. What? I can't remember. I got really bad short-term memory. And hey, a loop. There's those physics at work. Yeah, if I didn't jump there, I would have kept going. I swear. And there it was again. Wow, I don't even have to fly over them. Those event flags always show up. Oh, there's the dragonfly enemies. Even in the original version, they can be kind of dickish. That sucked. Flying hazard. But with another loop and an event flag, we are saved by rings, and I completely missed that. Ooh, I guess I'm not gonna go back for it, but I still get hit. Motherfucker. Again, I'm saying fuck it. Only to get killed by another mushroom. Take 4. You see, Tails isn't used to shrooms. And he's kind of freaking out. So whenever he comes across them, he thinks he dies. Only to realize he never actually went anywhere. The event flags are here to stay, Tails. They are your salvation. Now that is something I absolutely love. Just a random fucking ring box. A random monitor just floating in the sky for Tails. I don't think I actually get it. Yeah, I decided to fuck it after a while, because I want to get past this game, but I thought that was funny. So tired because he didn't get his meal of 10 rings, Tails falls down. You know, this is actually a very sad documentary. The pathetic life of Miles Tails Prower. Day in, day out, flying wherever he can. The destination, nowhere in particular. Well, at least to the eyes of the outside world. In reality, Tails is suffering from psychosis. He's not just flying aimlessly, he's flying for a way out. This is Miles Tails Prower, the inside story. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. And with that, maybe funny, maybe not joke, Tails decides to moonwalk a bit before going into something Michael Jackson couldn't do, a spin dash. Actually, a moon dash. He did a moon dash. Way to go, Tails. You're cooler than Michael Jackson. I guess that makes sense. You're still a kid. You have room to fuck up when you get older. Stay young, my friend. Stay young. And drink responsibly. The event flag demands it. Yep, even Tails looked back and he was like, oh shit. No. Only what's safe for you. Like falling. Down a hole. You can always fly to safety. You're perfectly fine. Yep. Your conscience demanded it. You will now be rewarded by continued flying and 4 rings. Oh, you ungrateful bastard. I gave you 4 rings and you only take 2. Well, you know what? No allowance this week. In his psychosis, Tails still avoids the shrooms, not realizing they are actually his salvation. At this point, he freaks the fuck out. In a fit of rage, he kills himself. Only to realize he didn't. He just tripped balls amazingly. Fallen into a void. He runs into the ring, unleashing a gigantic demon known as the Signpost. Bum bum bum. The visage of Sonic the Hedgehog will now kill you in 7 days. And so we continue. Flying, flying, everybody's flying. Flying high, Tails, flying high, Tails. But watch your step, the mushrooms are gonna kill you. Yeah, I have to say this game is so horrible that even the event flags are working with me. See? I can practically predict it. But this game has such an effect that even trying to commentate over it, you're just like, holy fuck. How do I do this? Where do I go? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the addiction of Miles Tails Prower. In his haste, he flies uncontrollably, not knowing where he's going, only knowing he needs out. This is his personal hell. Again, not knowing that his saviors are right there, he falls into uncertain death. Saved by his friend, Mr. Signpost, Tails continues forward in his ever-constant quest to relieve himself. Yes. See, Tails is very shy. And he's also got this paranoia. You see, with how many times Amy has just appeared for Sonic, Tails is now afraid that wherever he decides to pee, Amy will be there. It's known as rosophobia. And Tails, as a rosophobic, moonwalks away from the idea of Tails seeing them pee. Before he realizes, wait, she's not there. I must move forward. No rosophobia is going to stop me from getting out of this hell. Good job, Tails. Good job. Flying to perceived safety, Tails only realizes that he was not meant for Sonic Extreme. And so, with the event flag watching over him, he mistakes himself one more time, but overcomes the hurdle. He is now victorious. With that in mind, he crunches his knees into a fit of rage, but the event flag heals him, and so he continues. These mushrooms he seems to trust, only the small ones cause him problems. Why in his eyes only the small ones like that are harmful? We will never know. It also seems that Tails has a fascination with crawling up black balls. With that realization in mind, Miles Tails Prower saves the idea and continues. Up, up as far as he goes. Eventually, he may find a beanstalk. Realizing that it wasn't there, Mr. Signpost decided to wake Tails back up. Mr. Signpost is a good friend, though, and decided to give Tails back his black balls that he can climb up. So up and up and up he goes. Again, where he stops, nobody knows. But eventually, he is victorious. Relieving himself of his black balls, he continues forward, past the Dragonfly of Doom, and into the hills of the Himalayas. Flying past that, he moves forward in his ever-constant quest to get out. Miles Tails Prower, you must now face your worst fear. Death by electricity. Mr. Signpost is starting to get annoyed, so he decided to warp Tails a little closer this time. With this memory saved, Tails shall continue. Not trusting the electricity, he flies to safety and continues forward. not willing to let this nightmare win. Tails forges ahead. But this devious mind is finding much more trouble. His mind completely warped. He is now truly in a life or death situation. Feeling that he has truly lost, Mr. Signpost decides, fuck it. Warping Tails right to where he needs to be. He continues forward, this time with the foreknowledge that there's something a little worse than just the nightmare. What travels along with it? Now with this memory saved, he continues forward, alert in the matter that he now can stand tall. Congratulations, Tails. Congratulations. Unfortunately for Tails, Sonic EXE decided he really doesn't like him today. So despite standing victorious, he must continue onwards, forever in his quest to get out. Tails, the shroom addict, continues to fight for his freedom. The event triggers still keep an eye over him, forever present, but not always seen. We're not completely sure what triggers these events. They kind of come out of nowhere, but science is on the verge of figuring it out. With the field of multiple dimensional theory, we can finally peer into the possibilities behind the event triggers. However, we have more pressing matters. Tails has finally lost it. His mind being so warped, even the sides of spikes are going to harm him. However, staying within his invincibility frames, he marches forward, aware that he is truly himself, an invincible sidekick that is now mortal. Since Tails already killed the last Highlander, he forges on, forever weary and delusional that the mushrooms are after him, and that Amy will see him pee. This thought in mind, he's ready to bury the hatchet, striking into his worst fears. He is ready to face them. With the hatchet bearing down, Tails fights furiously. The nightmare doesn't even know what to truly do, and in the end falls to the mightiness of Miles Tails' prowess, addict extraordinaire. Now that Sonic EXE has decided to team up with the Time Eater, he has decided to place one more terrible delusion on Miles Tails' prowess, addict extraordinaire. Tails finally falls down into his worst, deep, primal fears. These are the fears that no one is truly able to describe, but we all feel. Regardless of degree, fear of the dark, the fear of what lies in it, the fear of the unknown. Tails now races forward, as far as he can, as fast as he can, to truly escape this nightmare. He realizes that when he's done with all this, he's gonna have to explain things to his friend, the Tails doll, just to ensure that such things don't happen again. On his road to recovery in his personal rehabilitation program, Tails is nearing his final escape. The true means of being able to free himself from his addiction to shrooms. The hurdle of that hill over, he reaches the final stretch, ready to face his final demon. Unknowingly, ready to free himself, he frees the beast within. In his strike of paranoia, Tails has no idea how to face this threat. The threat, however, is more than willing to face his adversary of Tails. Will he be able to stop? Realizing his error and floating above the realization that Tails is actually a Buddha. Takes his Buddhist mentality to free himself of past mistakes, to truly move forward. However, Tails still believes he's in his workshop. He doesn't realize the severity of the situation. So Mr. Signpost decides it's time to step in. With Mr. Signpost's aid, Tails continues forward, ready to show his nightmares that this Buddhist certainly can kick ass. With 15 rings in hand, Tails makes his move. Unfortunately, his moves are still racked in fear. How can he truly beat the monster within him? He remains unsure of his tactics and where to go. How long will Mr. Signpost decide to help his dear friend? In fear of his life, Miles Tails Prower makes mistakes that will cost him dearly. I can fly, I can survive anything. So thought the two-tailed fox. So now that Mr. Signpost is out of the picture, God decides to intervene. Hello, my name is Lord Nero. I had decided that Tails should have a break. And so, I shall allow him to continue. Oh, god damn it. Okay, you little shit, you wanna try that again? Yeah, don't keep yawning. This boss is kicking your ass. Beat your deepest fears. Beat the monster within. Come on. Stop being a jackass. Gotta take things seriously here, Tails. Alright. You lost the trust of Mr. Signpost. You can no longer tap into your Buddhist powers. And I really shouldn't have to step in, but you know, I believe in you, but I'm starting to lose faith here, you know, and that's pretty bad to hear from God. Well, you tried. I'll give you one last shot here, dude. Alright, you know you can do it. If it wasn't for copyright reasons, I would give you the Rocky theme. Now then, remember, this is the beast within. You can beat yourself. Just think it's your meat. Not like that, you pervert. Although you're still getting the general idea down, so I guess your perverted thoughts work. Yeah, you thought too much into that, didn't you? Alright, I'll actually attribute that to my bad, so last time. Come on. Da 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 da. I actually forget. Shit. Okay, come on. You can do it. And my job here is done. With that, Miles Tails Prower takes his victory. Sonic EXE no longer has a leg to stand on. And everything is as it should be. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Sonic Jam for the Tiger Gamecom. Please like, favorite, and subscribe.